Very easy question. First question is, what is your name?
My name is Martha Whidden Jackson, and I'm 87 years old.
Did you ever think you'd live to be 87?
No, I didn't. I really didn't.
So do you want to make it to 100?
No,
No.
not especially.
No.
But if it's God's will. Well, I was born in Valdosta, Georgia, March 30, 1932. My father was born in Perry, Florida. My mother was born around Jennings, Florida. And my dad's birthday was June 21st, 1894. My mother's birthday was May 5th, 1987.
What can you tell me about your dad? Like, his personality or anything?
Well,
like that?
he was very easygoing. He was friendly. Everybody liked him.
Yeah.
He had musical talent. He had a marching band in Valdosta, Georgia.
Oh, did he? Was there a certain instrument he played?
Cornet.
The cornet.
Uh-huh.
So they would do like parades and stuff like that.
Yes, parades, and he and my oldest sister would perform at church. Play the cornet. She'd play the cornet too.
Oh, so she played too?
Yes, she did.
What kind of jobs did your dad have?
Well, he had various jobs. The ones that I know about, he had a cigar factory at one time. But when technology and, machines came in, well, that ended his business because he did them hand-rolled. And then he also had a service station at one time. Those are the things I know about.
Yeah.
And I found out about those through my sister Faye.
Oh, so
because I was so young.
Yeah.
That I didn't really know what was going on. My dad had a stroke when I was 6, and of course that changed my world a lot.
Yeah. How did that affect him? Was he just couldn't physically do things, or was
well, back then they didn't have the medical treatment that they have today for stroke victims, and he was affected on his right side, and he did get to where he could walk with a walking stick, but he had to drag his right foot.
How old were you when your dad passed away?
15.
Oh, so you were 15?
Mm-hmm.
So how old did he live to be?
He was about 53.
53?
He died in 47.
Okay. What kind of, was he working then before he died?
Yes, he was, and he was working in a furniture store. And his main job was resilvering mirrors.
Oh, so the stuff on the back? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And of course, fixing furniture and driving the boss around.
What about your mom? What type of person was she?
Well, she was easygoing, shy, quiet. She only went through the 6th grade, but she was one of the smartest people I knew. She had a lot of good common sense. She was a good person all around.
How old was your mom when she got married?
She was about 18.
18. Did she have any jobs other than being mom?
Well, she worked in the cigar factory.
Oh, so she
helping, and then helped at the service station and various things. Now, after my father had a stroke, she had to go to work. At one time, she worked in the library in Adel. We had a pickle canning plant in Adel.
Yeah.
She worked there too. And at one time, they put the fire alarm in our house and with the telephone.
Yeah.
So she had, when calls would come in reporting fires, she would have to alert the firemen.
Oh, so that was for the whole town?
Yes.
So they would call y'all's house to say there's a fire.
And then she would sound that alarm.
Was it like a hand crank kind of thing?
Well, there was a button.
Oh, okay.
So I was about 3 years old when we moved to Adel. In fact, the the farthest back I can remember, we drove up into the driveway in the little house that we moved to
Yeah.
in Ada.
As long as you can remember, y'all had a car, or
Well, it was the boss's car.
so the boss's car.
He was allowed to move us with it, and it was the Model A, I believe.
Well, so Adel, what kind of town was Adel?
Well, it was a small town, about 5,000 population,
Yeah.
and there was not much industry there. They had a plant, cartons, making cartons,
Okay.
corrugated cartons, and the canning plant, and then the little individual businesses around the town square.
Right.
So,
So how many siblings do you have?
2 sisters and a brother.
And who's the oldest?
Eula
Okay. And
She
then
was about 15 when I was born.
okay.
And then Faye was 11 when I was born. And Ray was about 18 months old when I was born.
What can you tell me about your oldest sister?
Well, she matured soon in her life, and she was married at 18, moved away from home when I was 5. So I was not very close to her. In later years, we were closer.
Which of your siblings are you closest to?
My sister Faye,
Yeah. Was she how many years older than you?
11.
So was she kind of like, did she kind of mother you
Yes, she
or
did.
boss you around,
Yeah.
one or the other?
Well, she was very good to me. She taught me to read and, helped me
Yeah.
and read stories.
Now, you graduated high school, right?
Yes.
Was that a rare thing?
No,
To-
it was
for-
not so rare.
One of your memorable childhood memories?
Well, I guess when I graduated from high school, went to the prom
Yeah.
with a girlfriend, not a boy.
Oh, you didn't have a date, or your
No.
date was your friend?
But somebody was observing me at the prom, so later he asked me for a date. So,
I'm assuming that was not Papa.
no, his name was Hilton.
Now, what was school like?
I think we got the best education you could get back then.
Yeah.
The teachers were dedicated. They didn't have the problems with the children that they have today. And they stressed, reading, writing, and arithmetic. So,
Now, did you know your grandparents?
well, my grandfather died before I was born, both grandfathers. I knew my grandmothers.
Okay.
And my grandmother was Elizabeth Barnwell.
Okay. And that's the one that the picture on the beach looks like a
Yes.
black
Uh-huh.
kind of dress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now she was something else. She was rather bold, for her era.
Oh, yeah. So what about on the wedding side, your grandmother?
Her name was Martha Lydia.
That's who you
And-
named after?
Mm-hmm. And she was a little lady. She lived to be 96. But I was not around her as much as my mother's mother. My first job was throwing paper around.
Did you ride a bicycle or were you walking?
Bicycle.
What other jobs have you had?
Well, I was the usher in the local Majestic Theater when I was 13. And then when I was 14, I went to work for the City Cafe. My first real job was with Royal Typewriter Company
Is that
as a stenographer.
stenographer? Now, I think I remember you saying you kind of worked with them off and on for several.
About 20 years.
Yeah, I was about to say for a while. When you grew up, what did you want to be? Did you have any idea?
Well, I used to want to be a librarian,
Yeah.
but I settled for being a stenographer.
Well, what exactly is a stenographer? Because I don't think that's really a
Well-
common profession anymore.
No, it isn't. We took dictation
Okay.
and then typed the letters up
Okay.
and answered the phone. And the first job I had, my boss was a German.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I misunderstand some of his words.
Yeah. Okay.
He was one of those that come into the office and if he was upset about something, he'd pound on the desk and we'd stand at attention.
Uh,
Uh,
did y'all have? Well, y'all probably didn't have air conditioning.
oh no.
When did air conditioning come around?
I think that was around 49.
49.
Yeah. Now, some businesses may have had air conditioning sooner.
What else was different technology wise when you were growing up?
I remember we used to have ice plants, and men would deliver ice to your house, big block of ice,
Yeah.
and we had ice boxes.
So y'all had an ice box growing
Mhm.
up?
But not a refrigerator,
Right.
just a block of ice in it.
How long would the ice last before you'd have to get an ice
Another,
box?
not very long, especially in the summertime.
Okay.
But the little ice box was insulated, so it did keep for a little while. But you'd have to buy your food practically every day,
Okay.
especially meats.
Did y'all have a? Did y'all have a? Well, y'all had a phone. Did y'all always have a phone?
No, we got that because of the job, having to alert the firemen.
Yeah.
So, and to receive calls.
So you remember like I guess growing up not having a phone?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember. And I studied by a kerosene lamp, so
Oh,
we
really?
didn't have many.
Apparently you didn't have electricity.
No.
And then what about? Did you have indoor plumbing or anything like
Yes, we did. Now, the first house we moved to, we had a little outhouse.
that? Okay. So were you like feeling like you were in high cotton when you finally got a
Yes,
toilet?
yes,
Was it so y'all just moved to another house that already had it
yes.
installed? How did you meet Papa?
Well, I met him through his sister, Christine, at a hobo party.
Hobo party?
Yeah, which was a church-sponsored party.
Okay. Was it just everyone was dressing up like hobos?
Yes,
Okay.
and,
So were you and Christine friends?
yes, we were.
Y'all went to. I'm guessing y'all went to school
Church.
together,
Well,
or was it
no,
just
we
church?
went to church because I didn't meet her until I came to Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Do you remember your first date with Papa?
Uh, well, it was to the movies, and
Yeah.
it was in May of 1950.
So did your mom and Faye approve of Papa?
I guess so.
Sure.
My mother thought he was a playboy.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
why'd you think that?
I don't know. He did take dancing lessons, so before I met him.
Was it like ballroom dancing?
Yeah.
So did y'all ever get to do any ballroom
No.
dancing? No.
I don't think anything came of his dance lessons.
When and where did you and Papa get married?
December 23rd, 1950. And we got married in Kingsland, Georgia.
So why Kingsley? Why not Jacksonville?
Well, your papa was in the service. He had a furlough at Christmas time. So we in Florida, you would have to have a blood test and wait several days, and then you could get married. But in Georgia, they were more lenient. You could go and get married, all the same day. And that's the reason we went to Georgia.
The day that you got married, can you tell me about that day?
Well, I don't know that I remember that much about it. It was, real fast and scary.
Yeah.
And, but of course, I was excited.
You were what, 18, 19?
I was almost 19.
Almost 19.
Mm-hmm. It was a new beginning. Didn't know what to expect. But it was a happy time. He had been in the service for a couple of years.
Okay.
After he got out of high school. And he was in the reserve. And when the Korean War broke out, his unit was called up.
So I'm assuming because you decided to get married because he was going off.
Yes,
So
that was one reason
yeah,
we went ahead.
did he ever talk about the Korean War or anything like that?
Not that much. Now, he was stationed over in Germany. He didn't actually go to Korea.
Okay.
So,
I think you said something about he did like clerical work and stuff like that.
yes.
Do you remember what his title was or anything?
Well, when he was discharged, he was corporal.
Why did you move to Jacksonville?
Well, Faye, my sister Faye, and her husband were living here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I came down to go to Jones Business College. I stayed with them about 3 months, and then my mother came to Jacksonville.
So she moved to Jacksonville.
Yes, and
Moving to Jacksonville, was it just for more opportunity?
yes, there was not much to do around Adel.
What was Jacksonville like then?
Well, it was much, not as many people, not as many cars on the road, and it was, most people considered it a country town. I think the Jaguars put us on the map, but we rode buses, you know. Most people, a lot of people didn't have cars, so
Now, from the time you got married to Papa, did you always have a car?
yes. 49 Plymouth, I think it was, 47 or 49
That was his first.
Plymouth when we got married. Yes.
Is that the one that you drove?
Well, I tried to drive.
Right, and then you decided you didn't want to drive anymore.
Yeah.
Well, what made you decide to drive again?
Well, I needed to transport my children to different activities, but we only had one car, and sometimes I'd keep the car to run errands, and then we'd have to pick Papa up. So one day he calls and he says, "Well, you can pick me up now."
Yeah.
And he had the car.
Uh,
Oh, yes, a lot of memories. They come and go.
yeah.
Now, Debbie and I grew up together.
Y'all grew up together?
Yeah.
So,
She helped me to grow up, but she was a good child.
yeah.
Of course, you know, as little children, they're going to do little things they aren't supposed to. But she was, I'd have to say, very good.
How was she as a teenager?
Well, now, that was a different story. But she was not, you know, didn't get into trouble or anything.
Yeah.
She was typical a teenager, I guess.
Was there a lot of pressure to try to be that stereotypical family like you'd see on TV? Like,
Oh, the
leave,
perfect.
yeah, like Leave It to Beaver. Would you say that? No.
No, we were just the Jacksons.
Yeah.
We did the best we could. No.
Yeah. So how many children do you have?
2.
Did you ever want more children?
At one time I did.
Yeah. After Uncle Murray, then you realized you didn't want it anymore.
Well, I guess until I was in my early 30s, I decided 2 children were enough.
Yeah. So I know you like to drink coffee. When did you start drinking coffee?
Well, really, when Murray was a baby, I heard that it would help you stay awake.
Yeah.
And Murray didn't sleep very much when he was real little.
So what led you to go back to school after? Because were you 40 yet?
I was 35.
35.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just wanted to start a career, and just for the accomplishment at first.
Yeah.
And then I took 1 or 2 subjects, and then more and more, and finally got my degree in business administration.
Business administration.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a bachelor's, associate?
Bachelor's.
Okay.
4 years.
Was your mom still alive then?
Yes.
So what did she think about you going
Well,
back
she
to school?
was proud of me.
Yeah.
In fact, she was able to go to my See, back then, we went 2 years at the junior college and then transferred over to the University of North Florida.
Okay.
And so she was able to go to my graduation from the junior college. And your mom also graduated at the same time.
Oh, the same month.
Yeah, same graduation service.
Oh, well, didn't you and Dad have a class together or something like that in college?
Mm-hmm. That was accounting.
You were going for accounting at one point, right?
Yes. Well, at first I wanted to be a social worker. So
Oh,
I took psychology, sociology,
yeah.
child psychology, and then Papa convinced me I should be more practical.
Do you kind of wish you would have went the other way and went to be a social worker, or you
No,
glad?
because I would take all those problems home with me.
Yeah,
You know, little children's problems and
yeah.
parents' problems.
I know you didn't you try to get um, your CPA.
Yes, I did. I sat for that twice
Yeah.
and I didn't pass. So I didn't continue with that.
How old were you during the Depression?
Well, I was born in the middle of the Depression, 1932. Probably too young to know that we were poor and had nothing. You know, I was happy having my family. The economy didn't turn around until the war. There were more jobs created for the war effort. You know, plants were converted to making tanks and airplanes and parachutes and things that were needed for the war effort.
What was that like living through that?
Well, we were all, you know, really too young to have the full impact of what was going on. We knew people that were away in the war, and we had rationing. Those type things affected us, and of course, we would do our part, even as school kids, and we'd plant victory gardens, vegetables and things that you could, you know, use. But mine didn't amount to much. My rows were crooked, and my vegetables never grew.
So it wasn't much
So
of a victory.
no, but they called it a victory garden.
Well, when they were rationing stuff, did you feel like kind of upset that you couldn't get certain things?
Well, the only thing that affected me was rationing sugar,
Yeah,
because I like sugar and candies and stuff like
yeah.
that. Now, coffee was rationed also. Now, that bothered the adults a lot. Gasoline, of course, we didn't have a car, so that didn't affect us.
Was anybody fighting over gasoline or anything?
Not that I can remember.
Yeah.
Now, there might have been doing some things that I was just too young to understand or see.
In '69, you had the first moon landing. Did you get to see that on television?
Yes, and in fact, Papa and I were in San Francisco in '69,
Yeah.
and Nixon was on his way to meet the astronauts. They had landed from that expedition,
Yeah.
and we were standing in the park, and Nixon and his wife rode by in a trolley car. We were all standing, you know, on the sidelines.
Were you all expecting him to come through, or you just happened to come
Well,
through?
we found out a little while before he came through.
Since we're talking about the '60s, I think about like civil rights and segregation. Do you remember when things were segregated?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, I had a tender heart for some of the things that blacks had to endure, but you know, most of it was normal because we grew up with it. Worst thing I ever witnessed was one time I was standing in line at the post office. Now, this was when I was a child, and this little black boy came up. You know, he wanted to buy some stamps. And this great big old guy knocked him down to the ground or to the floor and told him to get back in the back of the line.
Hmm.
Now, he was right in front of me. Now, I felt really bad about that. But I went to um, the place I worked, the City Cafe. The owner was into jazz and different music, and she took me to a black high school one time. They were having a jazz concert.
Yeah. How was it for you as a woman in the workplace? Did you find you had any challenges being a woman in the workplace?
Well, I didn't know back then that I had problems like the women do today about being harassed. Uh, Now, of course, you had to put up with some men who would want to hug you and all that, but you could put them in their place. And sometimes they would do something because I blushed at anything anybody said. So they'd say something to get me to blush.
Yeah.
But I guess that was considered harassment, but I didn't know that's what it was back then when I was 17. I was 17 when I went to work.
Oh, would you say that people are too sensitive now? Because I know you were saying that, well, you really didn't know you were being harassed. Would you say it's kind of gone the other way and people are just too sensitive?
Well, and some people are too sensitive. The political correctness has gone wild, I think. But now, see, I guess I didn't experience the really sexual harassment. That was just sort of a, I don't know, friendly gesture.
Yeah.
They didn't mean harm by it.
I guess another major event. It's a little more recent. 9/11. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. Nothing had ever happened to our country like that before. And we were all uh, affected by it. It's not as horrible, I guess, as Pearl Harbor, but the fact that we had never been attacked in this country before.
Yeah.
The wars were always overseas. But I remember where I was at that time. I was at the beauty shop, and
Yeah.
I went to pay my bill, and they said that something had happened. That at first they thought it was an accident,
Yeah.
and then when the second plane flew into the tower, they knew it was an attack.
Well, what are your thoughts on Trump, real quick?
Well, I wish he would stay off of Twitter, but I think he's the best person for the job. And he's a better person than any of the Democrat candidates. And he's about the only one that has not been afraid to mention God or Christianity in his bully pulpit.
Oh, what are some of the places you've traveled in your life?
Well, the only place outside of the America is Toronto, Canada. And then, but most of my travel's been in America. Chicago, New York,
Is it?
D.C.
Do you have like a favorite place that you've traveled to?
Well, the first time I went to San Francisco, I thought that was a great city. We made 3 trips to San Francisco. The first one was 69.
Do you have any like favorite TV shows, films, books, anything like that?
Well, I like Fox News, Hallmark channels,
Yeah.
and favorite books that I've read. Now, this goes way back, I guess. Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, I used to love those. the Bronte sisters' books. When I was working with the Department of Revenue, most of my reading was about the law and rules and regulations.
Oh, do you have like a favorite holiday?
Well, I guess Christmas.
Christmas is your
Mhm.
favorite. Why Christmas?
Well, it's just the spirit of giving and celebrating the birth of our Savior.
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody is more civil during the holidays. So
What is your? Do you have like a favorite time in your life?
I guess when my children were little and when they were born,
Yeah.
and of course, when I graduated from college, that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
But mostly my good times were revolved around family.
Looking back on your life, do you have any regrets? Anything you wish you would have done?
Oh, sure, I'm sure there's some regrets. I could have done differently when my children were little. I could take back some of the spankings I gave them. I would do that. Well, those things that they were spanked for don't seem so bad now as they did at
Yeah.
the time.
Do you remember when you accepted Jesus?
Yes. I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't remember the exact date, but it was around August at the end of tobacco season.
Yeah.
And they had a citywide revival at the tobacco warehouse.
Okay, so it wasn't in a tent, but it was in a warehouse.
No, and that's when I went down, accepted
Was it?
Jesus.
So was it like the Baptists, the local Baptists were doing it?
Well,
or was it-
Baptists, Methodists, it was citywide.
Oh, so they all got together.
denominations. Yes, except, of course, I don't think there were any Catholics or Jewish people there.
Yeah. Any tips for a good marriage?
Well, I guess number one, respect each other. You start out as love and I guess attraction, but as you grow, you accept little things from each other, and those things that irritate you as you're going along, one day they won't seem so important. Well, you all are blessings to me too. And I take every opportunity to brag about y'all.
Yeah.
If anybody will listen. And I should mention my son-in-law.
The one that says he's your favorite son?
Yeah, it's my favorite son-in-law. Yeah, I couldn't have picked a better husband for Debbie. Charles used to come by every day. Some days I wish that guy would go away.
Was that before they were married?
That was before. Every day he'd show up, wouldn't he?
What would you say is the most important thing in life?
Well, I would say family and children and grandchildren. I'm very proud of all of them. Of course, Jesus as Savior. He's the guiding thing that guides us through this life. If we'll just turn everything over to Him and not try to do it ourselves, things go much smoother. And that's very important to me.